When the weather outside is frightful and you're looking for a warm place that's delightful, you have plenty of options for family fun over the winter break.
And we can have people jumping here from little tiny babies all the way up to grandparents. It's really for everybody. There's a place for everybody in the park, and there's something to do for everybody in the park. Right now we're having toddler time, so kids 5 and under can come and jump, and they have the whole park to themselves.
It's kind of like Breakfast at Tiffany's meets the United Nations of 1962, or Lawrence Welk on acid.
Nice. What made you guys want to cultivate a multilingual band?
I mean, there are so many beautiful songs in languages which are not just English, and so I think that it really kind of came out of that.
In the early days, the repertoire was culled from foreign films, a lot of it.
A lot of foreign films.
So it was kind of the inspiration, I think. I mean, Pedro Almodovar movies in Spanish and songs in Italian, Greek.
Gary Fulkerson is the creative director of DVA Advertising in Bend. He says the bold positions being taken by the new administration are forcing some companies to decide whether to align themselves with or against President Trump. If a client were to come to you and say, oh, we've got this really cool thing and I think it would be great to somehow link it to what President Trump's trying to do, is that something you would advise right now, or does it depend on what it is?
It absolutely depends on what it is, but most importantly, does it resonate with your brand, your philosophy from a structural perspective?
If your kids prefer to keep their feet on the ground, there's a place where parents can enjoy a beer and a throwback activity, maybe even teach their kid a thing or two.
But I'm getting a lot of kids that really like these games, you know, because they're kind of the best of the 80s games. So they're really easy to play.
At the age of 14, I was destined to be a child bride to a man who was 42 years old. During that period of time, I felt like my dreams were all shattered. I felt like I was voiceless and needed somebody to call out to, somebody to cry out to help me out in a situation which I was entangled in.
Well, if we can meet Joel in the control room right now, he is a
Hi, Joel.
passionate defender of Tillamook cheese, and he and the director often get into weird debates during the show when they actually should be working.